Dana Osgood is here now with a full look at the forecast. Dana, we really lucked out with this weather today, huh?
I'm quickly running out of adjectives to talk about like how great the weather was today. So we can just repeat the same words. It was beautiful outside today. We honestly could not have wished for a better day out there for the eclipse, or just to really do any other outside activities. Like, take a look at that visible satellite imagery. We had a few clouds move in earlier, but very quickly moved out of our area, and it ended up being such an awesome day. And actually, Maine ended up being one of the best places in the country for eclipse viewing. A warm front over areas like upstate New York brought some more cloud cover to that area. Then we also saw some more clouds in areas down in Texas. So even though climatologically speaking, Maine is typically very cloudy in April, it ended up being an awesome day today. So in terms of temperatures, though, it's about 15 to 20 degrees warmer than it was at this time yesterday, which also made for a very warm April day. In fact, it's been the warmest day so far this year, and for a lot of us since last November. Our temperatures today got into the upper 60s in some spots, 66 in Bangor today, 61 in Holden, 61 in Caribou, 64 here in Portland, and so it ended up being an awesomely sunny and really nice day. However, we have one more good day, but then things start to change once we get later in the week. So overnight tonight, we do have a couple of clouds moving in, but temperatures won't drop very far because we've started so far up in the 60s today. And then high pressure gives us one more really nice day tomorrow. I think a couple of clouds move in the afternoon from the west, but overall still ends up being a really nice day, though slightly cooler than it was out there today. And then things start to change on Wednesday. So we're going to have kind of a dying warm front move in, but it's still going to bring us a couple of showers throughout the day Wednesday. Otherwise, mostly cloudy to overcast skies. Most of those showers are going to be north of the Bangor area, but because this front isn't very strong, it's not going to bring us very heavy precipitation, and it moves out of our area pretty quickly. However, another system is going to come up kind of right behind it, and that's where the big weather is going to be for this week. So this area of high pressure gave us great weather for today and tomorrow. And then that dying warm front comes in on Wednesday, which brings us a couple of showers, especially in northern Maine. And then right behind this system, that's where we have the next big system moving in for Thursday and Friday. And it's going to be one of those inside runner types, which puts us in the warm sector, meaning we're going to be focused mainly on rain as a precipitation type. However, the bad news is that it kind of brings in that southerly wind direction, which historically hasn't been great for us in terms of power outages and coastal flooding. So this system is going to start moving in Thursday afternoon, starting with more showery activity and then transitioning to more consistent rain later in the afternoon. And then Friday is when we're going to see both the heaviest rain and the highest winds here. So we're going to watch this system for the potential of some power outages. And because the tides are also going to be pretty high, we could be looking at some coastal flooding too. And then behind this system, Saturday, we get kind of those wraparound rain showers on the back end of this system. And then Sunday looks to be okay. So for our wind direction coming up from the south, wind gusts between 45 and 50 miles per hour at their peaks. So I do think we're looking at a couple outages here. So we're going to monitor this situation as this storm continues to develop. Marine forecast sees 2 to 4 feet, water there at 42 degrees. So in terms of our 7-day forecast, today I would say gets the gold star for the week. But if you didn't get a chance to get out there today, tomorrow also a really nice day, a little bit cooler, temps in the mid to upper 50s, mostly sunny skies. But then Wednesday is kind of when things start to change. Chris and Zach, that's where we start to see the warm front move in, and then that bigger system that we're going to closely watch for Thursday and Friday, bringing the potential for some heavy rain and some high winds. And then overall for the weekend, a little bit showery for the day on Saturday, but then Sunday looks to be pretty good, all things considered. So it's another busy day in the weather office, but as soon as I can, I'm going to get back outside today because it was pretty awesome.
Enjoy that sun as you can.
Yeah, thanks, Dana.